Because we've got our team sitting in the booth, and we're kicking it off with Alliance. That's right. If you're an Alliance fan, you like the moments Yuki's been putting together. Hockey's as well, and the sub of Mande somehow making this happen. What a journey they have been. Fun. 1, 2, 3 in the booth right next to them as well, joining them as a participant. We're gonna run through all of these, even though the camera is keeping it big for us.
They have some big games, and I'm excited to see how big their games can be today. Obviously, they deserve to be here. They've played well throughout the entire season, so let's see what they've got.
Maybe some young guns, I think, have kind of risen to stars in this. I think Alliance Yuki might be one of the most popular players in all of the ALGS right now. Not just for how he looks, I mean, he's a handsome guy, Gino, but at the end of the day, he's been popping off in more clutch situations than we have seen any other player do.
Yeah, not just for that, absolutely. On the server, he is a monster. That clutch he had against Hal, I mean, it was almost a battle of wills at one point, right? You know, who had the trigger discipline? Just a couple of bullets left in the chamber for each. He's taken left, right, and he still came out on top against one of the best players, and honestly, one of the one of the players with the best mental, like someone else you'd expect to pop off in that clutch situation, right? So for Yuki to come out on top there, that says so much about him.
Earned a lot of respect over the course of the season. Alliance have only been getting better. We're told they like to finish strong at the end. Well, there's no more time after this, so we'll see how they do today. What we voted for, I've got TSM. I don't know why, I just think it might happen. I think Dark Zero could do it. I think we might see it from NRG. Monsoon, we don't have you up there. Tiff?
I told you, it's Alliance.
Okay.
They have that clutch factor in Yuki. They've got motivation. They have power. They have drive. Plus, we're in Europe right now. They've got the EMEA buff.
That's right.
I'm sure they've got a ton of fans in the crowd here. We know Mande's been popping off. We've seen him on the desk, literally. So, yeah, of course.
Are in a little bit of trouble here in his Exo clan, who are going to be pushing them, and we have our first elimination of the day. The guard will fall down. The team who had the most wins yesterday, now they're out of the tournament. They're not out of the tournament, they're out of this game.
Nick Burke's tryhard mode activated. Shout out to Nick and every other Pro League player who just didn't qualify or didn't make it. You know, Monsoon is here, which is great. But of course, everyone watching at home, appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you're enjoying Match Point Finals right now as we switch on over to Alliance. Yuki, Hockeys, and Mande had a slow start to the competition, but never lost confidence. They finally stopped getting contested from Flora in Thermal Station, and they've been looking great ever since. Had a good start in game one. Look at the shots from Mande wide right. Gets his break.
We know the crowd absolutely loves Mande. Mande was popping off earlier, just yesterday. They were feeling themselves. They're also bringing their confidence into this day.
Yeah, I mean, literally popping off on top of a desk. He jumped on a desk to hype up the crowd. Yeah. Any Mande fans here in Copperbox Arena? Make some noise for Mande and Alliance as we take a look at Hockeys. The IGL for this squad, stone cold killer. He is so focused, so regimented, former military member in his home country of Sweden, and runs his team that way. Very, very organized, but at the same time, always knows how to maintain vibes. It's really Yuki's job for the squad. Big shout out to Yuki as well, former model, TV star in China, moved back to the UK during COVID, started studying, and is still a full-time university student, which is awesome. While competing, not many pro players can say they have 2 full-time roles. Dark Zero, the back-to-back LAN champions, looking to cement their dynasty with a 3rd championship win in a row. If they do that, Zero is the unprecedented best in-game leader at Apex, and Dark Zero, a dynasty.
Creating a record, creating a legacy out here. Dark Zero also have such great natural cover as it's Dark Zero versus Alliance for this game too.
Are you kidding me, Vicky? It comes down to a game of arenas on a unique new map called The Tree. Mande, Yuki, Hockeys, couple of boxes to work with. Both teams have equal high ground. Love the elevation fight here, love the terrain, and the level designers at Respawn. Let's take a look here and see how they play this. Is the zone be closing? We have to see where the zone's closing. I'd love to see the map.
This is smart from Dark Zero to make the quick rotation. Yeah, they give the slight high ground, but that's fine. They get beamed by Yuki with a charge rifle in his hand. Deadly combination right now, and I like the off angles that we're seeing from Alliance. Mande also holding on to the high ground.
That's right. Dark Zero decides to take low ground here. They play the wide right angle. The zone's pretty central, but look at the high ground as the advantage for Mande. He's going to beam. The PK shot connects, but he gets melted. He's going to be out of the fight temporarily. This is the chance for Dark Zero to heal up or neutralize. Yuki gets beamed as well. Dark Zero's playing this well, but Hockey sees the first knock. Hockey's going to follow him up with some good damage. Gets the second knock. They get a 3rd. Hockeys! The IGL Alliance, the champions!
Look crazy. Everybody stands up in the crowd for Alliance.
The brotherhood of this squad, Pierre, has not gotten nearly enough recognition as the new coach of this team. The impact he has made has been profound. Former member of Flavor of the Month, Virtus Pro, Pierre, a champion of the summer circuit with that squad, Taylor and Knopf back then, competing against Hockey's, now coaching him. There he is behind him. And what a celebration, what a win from left to right, Mande, Hockey's, and Yuki.
Absolutely love the emotion from this team. You saw it throughout the entire weekend. You saw the confidence, and they are bringing everything to the table right now. Alliance taking that second game. In that first game, they did drop in 10th. They only got 1 KP. So this is huge here for them to get that confidence, to build up that gap.
Yeah, they're undoubtedly going to take first place from that, right? 10 plus a massive high kill game. Great job overall from Alliance. That's what they needed here in this game, too, to get themselves a lead and get closer to match point, itching closer and closer to that 50-point threshold to unlock match point. Let's go ahead and throw it to the desk to break it down.
And of course, Alliance definitely had the upper ground closer toward the end zone. And Dark Zero trying to find their way around the left and the right side to see if they can get any advantageous picks or damage. But, you know, Alliance come out on top. It was definitely close there, but we saw some incredible shots from Hawkes.
Tiff, you saw the hype that Yuki had, the hype that Alliance had, the hype the building had here when that win went off. What do you think that means for Alliance's chances here? We know it's going to mean a lot of points, but can this be their day?
I mean, this is showing that they already have what it takes to get that rotation and take that isolated 3v3 at the end, but you just have to position yourself well enough throughout the game, withstand the other 19 insane teams in the lobby to make that happen, and they're doing just that. Then you talk about the clutch factor, right? We know Yuki's got it. We've seen him go that 1v1 against Hal. Everyone loved it. The internet loved it. But also Mande has the ability to stand cold as well. We even saw him celebrate a little and break out Pathfinder yesterday, so he's been doing really well picking up that horizon and adjusting to that as well.
The Lions, they wouldn't have thought they were in the best position, but once it swung back to Tree, all them.
And, you know, that high ground, too, being able to play on this rock was so crucial for Mande because he just had sight. He was able to get the damage off and then just creep back so that no one else could fire on him and get that shield battery to come back into the fight. And you mentioned it, Tiff. Yuki, the passion on his face right there, encouraging the crowd to get going. And you could tell they feel that this is their moment. Alliance, they have been denied of a playoff win. They have been denied of so many championship wins, so many LAN wins. When people thought they were a favorite, it does feel like something is different this time around, Tiff.
I mean, something is definitely different. They have so much to fight for. They want to hoist that trophy up, and they have so much support all around them here in the stadium, back at home, just everything that they are fighting for. They want to prove that they're best. And Hawkes up there, the IGL of that team, really knows how to utilize their abilities and position, even bringing in the sub, right, of Mande, position him to be the best of himself and what he can bring to elevate Hawkes and Yuki.
And I mean, a nice situation to be able to lose a young star who's maybe taking over the league in effect and not be able to be here, and then to have Mande sub in such experience and LAN experience. I mean, that's maybe the best sub Alliance could have hoped for.
Oh, absolutely. Mande has been a dominating player from the start. And honestly, I'm really pleased to see him back on stage, having fun, being himself, and winning. So,
you know, Scar is not able to get the job done, one of our top teams in Europe for so long, one of our earliest playoff winners, and one of the more winningest prize pool teams in EMEA. Mande going to content creation. Wouldn't it be ironic if, as a sub with Alliance, he actually wins his first LAN?
And it's so strange that Apex has this history now of these super subs, right? Like how have we got so many amazing players that are just ready and available to play when LAN rolls around? I mean, you know, JMW winning in Sweden, Rambo almost going all the way over in Rally, and now we've got Mande potentially looking to, you know, make it 3 out of 3.
I would love the story. It's a great one. Alliance, though, are going to be the ones to have to make us tell it by winning again. They still have a few points in front of their match point, though. Have it, the results for match 2. It is Alliance with a 22-point win. 12 for placement points. And if you're a fan watching at home, just add that 12 if they're first and however many kills they've got. We got great UI in the game. You can kind of get to this before. Sometimes we'll show you. Team on top right now is Alliance. Can they do it? Can Yuki really clutch up, not just in the 1v1s, but in the tournament today and take home that trophy? Well, we had a little bit of time to talk to him, so let's roll that tape while we take a quick break.
What's up, everybody? Fallout here with former model, player for Alliance, and arguably the winner of the best 1v1 in Apex Legends history as of this weekend. It's Yuki. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Feeling incredible. Thank you very much.
You are, as far as I know, the only former TV star turned Apex Pro player, I think, of anyone in the ALGS. Walk through that decision. I mean, how'd you walk away from TV in China and decide to compete professionally in Apex?
Well, I walked away from it because of COVID. Nothing was really going on during COVID, so I decided to come home, see the parents. I've not seen them in a long time. I've always played games at nighttime, so I still play games, even during modeling and TV. And I decided to come back and start university because I have not done that yet. So I wanted to complete that. It's kind of like a mission. It's like completing a level.
You still want to do it? It's still something you're pursuing?
Yeah, I'm currently in the final year of university.
No way, I didn't know you were doing it at the same time.
I'm also a student at the same time.
Wow. Full-time?
Full-time, yeah, full-time.
Wow.
Yeah, I decided to pursue that while studying, and gaming kind of took off while studying. Obviously, after the first year, Apex started blowing up, but I decided to kind of tackle both at the same time.
It's amazing, man. I respect that. I don't know how you find the time, but it makes me respect you even more, which I didn't think was possible. You joined the Nasky Strafey Dell squad, became Nasky Yuki Dell, right when they were at high. It was a pinnacle. And before then, you played with Cooler Esports, you played with Taxi and Baker and a few others. What was it like playing with those guys? And obviously the pressure coming in, filling in for Strafey, who left for Navi.
Yeah, so bless Strafey. I was very
of
upset that he can't make it because those three together are a very incredible and strong team. Ganaski and Dell, when I was playing with them, I think both of them built the foundation of who I am today. So they're very important people in my life. I think those two are the ones who taught me how to play the game, essentially. I think those two are also incredible players, ones I respect to a very high level, and I only wish them success.
Changing topics a little bit, but focusing on Alliance. Our hearts go out to Effect, who couldn't make it. He put so much work in and effort in. It's tough that he's not here. But what's it like playing with Mande again? Different team, Continental Gibraltar this time around. You let him bust out the Pathfinder on game 6, which is insane. How's it been meshing with him?
I think Mande's been the absolute best substitute a team could ask for, simply because of his energy as well. He brings so much communication vibes, keeps the comms going. It's not just his aim and ability and the professional play he does, it's just his synergy, his communication, and his vocal push for the team is really great. I'm really upset that Effect couldn't make it, sadly. Hopefully we see him for the next split.
Is he that good?
He is.
It's all
he
true?
Is that good. He is.
You think he'll translate to LAN?
It will translate to LAN. Effect is one of the best players I've seen in my career.
Who'd you compare him to? Which controller player? Or who else? Anyone? Gilderson's of EU? I mean, does he have ice in his veins?
This Effect is here, and everybody else is just that's who you should be comparing everybody.
No shot.
We're on the other level.
He's that good?
Effect is one of the best players.
I'm going to hold you to that. If y'all don't dominate this next line, hopefully he gets there, he will.
He will.
That's insane, man. Alliance has consistently been the best team for a long time. They have a history and a dynasty and a reputation to withhold as the only last standing team that's been the greatest team in EMEA consistently for 3 years. What are some of the keys to that consistency?
I believe the key to the consistency is not about the players, it's more so about the mindset of the entire org. So, for example, we are very disciplined, determined, and we only strive to be the best, we don't give up, and we push each other to that level. Hackis in particular, with a military background, he's always pushing to the best, and he's very hard to break down. And that's why he never gives up. A lot of players, they give up after some while, and that's why they don't make it. But as long as the people you're around also don't give up and work hard, then you have no choice but to work hard.
So moving on to championship final, how are you feeling about the final day? You guys started a little bit slow, both in group stages and in the winners bracket final. It took you a little while to get going. Is that hurting your confidence at all? How are you guys feeling?
I think we're more than ready going into final day. We're confident. Since the very beginning of this LAN, we've kind of gone uphill, which means we've done better and better and better as the day goes by. So I think we're ready, we're prepared, and ready to win.
Love it, man. Yuki, I've had so much respect since the very beginning, our first conversation, hearing your story. A remarkable story that's inspiring to many. Big shout out to you and your success. Much love, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
In the final day.
Thank you so much.
Oh, man.
Fourth game of the day. We stay on Storm Point, but just want to touch on that interview we just saw with Yuki. Alliance, what a day they've had. What a tournament they've had so far. And they're sat at the top of the leaderboards right now, looking pretty.
Yeah, and that's what it is at the moment. It's the race to match point. It's about who can get there first, who can try and solidify that victory, so then you can get in a spot, so then you can win this entire tournament. And of course, your share of $1 million.
And it looks pretty good at the moment for Alliance, as we say. A wonderful thing to see them playing so well, and Yuki being so clutch the entire time that we've seen him on our screens this tournament.
But there are a lot of teams who have been able to take the inside buildings here at Dome, and those who are on the outside need to make one of two decisions. Do you try and
Energy
take
out!
one of them?
Energy eliminated! They will not win the tournament right now as TSM now find themselves in a fight. We are going to have another game here in London, and all of a sudden this means so much more to the surrounding teams.
Reps is within it, they can hold this building.
TSM, pretty sure as I look at it, will have building for the most amount of time, cover for the most amount of time towards this end game as well. Alliance, just Hackis on his own, popping that Phoenix kit, hoping that maybe he can get the points that are required. But TSM are getting aggressive here, and Verholst is looking for blood.
TSM did not notice Hackis though, they didn't know he was there. And now they're suddenly only 3 points away as 4 squads remain.
Gilderson's the clutchest 1v1 player, and Apex shows it. Obviously his opponent was weak, but that was a 1v2. He got the first knock and flake. Sweet said, Gild, you gotta do something. And Gild said, aye, matey.
So much happening as how was the last one alive for TSM? He gets eliminated as fights are breaking out everywhere. You also heard the calls from NRG. Gild, take to the skies, go. The circle's closing in. You have to find somewhere where you can go hang out by the edge. But so many other teams were so quick with the rotate. Now it's only up to Gild alone to survive once again.
Gild, the last
Alliance,
up.
they see him though.
Alliance
He's
has
forced to
him
move
spotted
forward
in the
because of the
zone.
circle, but they lose out on Yuki. It's Moist to have on the side. Alliance clean up another one with a quick little heady onto Gild to eliminate NRG.
That's right, I sounded like Mario there with that screen, please forgive me. But Alliance Hockeys with the headshot to close it out. Style points is really what that was. Alliance now with an opportunity at 47 points to get to match point, Vicky. We have one team left, and it's Ascend. And I previewed it earlier, disregarded him as an IGL over the last 3 years. Finally, over the last year, he earned his respect. But no one considers him the best. It's all Sweet Dreams, it's all Imperial Hal. Nocturnal has been performing for so long and has an opportunity here in this next game to close it out. They hit 51, they're at match point. Moist Esports at 48, Alliance at 48 as well.
While we take a look at Alliance right now, while they try to plan their next move, they're not in the next circle. Let's jump into a listening with Alliance.
Bro, you. Fire. Det var godt, det var godt. You guys gotta run it. I'm dead as on, yeah, I'm dead as on. Find a spot to play, Mande. It's all you, probably. You wrap the low ground, Mande, wrap the low ground. I'm coming. I'm still ulting for you. Thank you. Getting bottom, Mande. On me. I'm needing stairs. Alright. Get in the bottom, need tack it.
Oh, you hate to see it. The miscommunication between Mande and Hockeys right there. As Hockeys wanted him to come bottom, they could have just basically turtled up and survived and eaten placement points and gotten to 50. But instead, Alliance Hockeys has to do it by himself as everyone else was fighting outside.
Hockey's still alive, but they're only 2 points away from being able to also be at match point. Space Station in a lot of trouble. Zenile trying to slide through. He gets the crack right now.
Does Hockeys know that SSG is so damaged right now? Hockeys is out. Is he eliminated? I think so.
Fun.
Hockeys, what?
Mandy's
Are you
still
kidding
alive. Mandy is still alive. He crawled out of the building. He gets res by Hockeys. And Hockeys with the clutch res. They need one more kill to be sitting at match point.
Hockeys and Mande need one kill. Are you kidding me? Hockeys found a way to res Mande. It's all up to Mande. It's all up to Mande.
Oh, they go down. They go down. They can't get it.
Quickly enough, then this is what is going to happen, so they've got to be very quick about this in the kill feed as well. Yuki just got a knock onto NRG's Nathan. Now that has huge implications, because if they cannot get him up, then that would be the point for Alliance to move them onto match point.
It was via the charge rifle, so maybe they have a chance, NRG, to get them back up. Also, confirmation, both Moist Esports and Alliance have hit match point. They've gone past 50, and that means they will have the chance to win if we get to a next game.
Reps goes in, should be able to get the shield swap as well. 3 squads remaining. One of them is Ascend, one Fnatic and one TSM. Fnatic eliminated. It is a shootout to become the champions here in London between TSM and Ascend. Charge rifle shots hit. Who has the utility available? Reps, you saw the Seer. He has the exhibit available as well. He can get that down to get the wall hacks out. That's going to give TSM an advantage, but the last thing you want to do here, Dan, is be the first to be knocked.
Have they been tracking the kill feed? Do they know they are going up against another team on match point? Whoever wins here wins this tournament. Post kill, trying to take an angle, trying to get an area where he can put down suppressing fire to allow Kashira and the rest to get out.
ACEND have got to make the play here. Do they have the EMP available? Is that what they're going to use to try and push from? It does not get more intense than this. Match point leaves us with two teams as Kashira makes the play. Kashira for Europe gets the shots in, but no shield break as now the fight goes down.
So important that you get the damage here, and it's done!
TSM up in the skies. House goes down from the heavens. London belongs to TSM!
Take a look at our series results. TSM, 79 points, but that doesn't matter, right? Because you needed the win. But NRG, 86 points in second place. ACEND third. Exet, Alliance, Moist. So much representation from all the different regions there, Genome. It has been an absolute